Good evening, and welcome to the CEN Obituaries, where we take the opportunity to remember some of the recently deceased of the various realms across our fair cosmos. I, Mason, will be your narrator for this fine evening, and I'm joined by my most dearly beloved compadres, Nost, John, Rose, and the most blessed Ray, who will be joining us this fine evening. But to more serious matters, we turn our eyes to a darker realm as we consider the recently departed. As our heartfelt condolences goes out to those they leave behind, and our gratitude to those who welcome them into whatever lies beyond.
Wanna play hide and seek? You hide, and I'll find you.
Welcome back. Now, as I said, this is the CEN Obituaries, where we take a moment to look at those who have left this mortal life and gone beyond. For this evening's broadcast, we will focus on four lives in particular, as read from Past Weekly, the number one newspaper of the dead. First up, the infamous illusionist Petra Wald, who was discovered to be behind what journalists call the Lullaby Murders. A self proclaimed master of the arts, Petra left a trail of dozens of both shattered minds and lost lives in pursuit of what could only be described as a symphony of horror by the murderer herself. Her grand opera of tragedy was brought to an end earlier this week when she was found in an abandoned studio, empty save for her cold body holding a music box that had gotten stuck just before its final note. Truly, a great many people will rest easier this evening, knowing that such a monster has passed from this world. And God's help, whatever world her twisted soul finds itself in. Now, next on our list is Hiram the Iron Merchant Velcroft, a champion of industry who has helped lead the charge in the fair land of Druskenwald, having built several factories and created numerous jobs for the otherwise poverty stricken areas of this world. He tragically passed not long after, only just recovering from a mental breakdown after the tragedy of the now abandoned Hollow Glade factory, where he became the victim of failed maintenance and neglect. It may surprise some to learn that Mr. Velcroft leaves behind a wife and two children whose identities shall remain concealed for the time being, as was Mr. Velcroft's wishes due to opposition to his more progressive ideas. Next, we return to the world of arts, as we now speak of the loss of Corvan Silverman Elrat, the world famous silversmith, whose various works of silver art ranged from statues, wall pieces, tools, even his early series of small children's figurines depicting dynamic scenes and poses. Critics of his work described his work as not merely capturing the moments, but the very soul and essence of his art pieces. He was unfortunately murdered in his own workshop, and his killer likely an eternal mystery due to a sheer lack of evidence. According to our records, he leaves no family to inherit the small fortune his work has accrued him, and his assets will be donated to various charities across the land. Lastly, Lastly, The once promising noble turned infamous duke. His Grace Reedmore of Owlwell was slain in self-defense by a local swordsman, bard, and now regional hero, Kingsley Chanticleer. Outside of the rumors of Duke Reedmore's dabbling in ritualistic dark arts and the more outlandish rumors of the magically being behind the recent storm that flooded the countryside and nearly drowned its residents, His Grace's tax policies, open nepotism for his more aggressive relatives, and employment of violent enforcers that had been stripping the people of the wealth. Metaphorically, he was eating his people alive. Having been a dropout, oddly enough, of the very same college as the man who brought an end to his tyrannical rule, the only legacy that Reedmore leaves behind is one of failure and a dark spot on the history of Owlwell, soon to be renamed New Dawn. But with that said, our camera shifts. No longer upon a newsroom of a man with a southern accent reading out obituaries. The four of you stand upon an old dilapidated train station in the midst of the woods, long forgotten as nature has already begun its reclamation. The steps up to the platform rotten, posters pinned to notice boards faded and yellowed, and what appear to be modern lights broken and long void of electricity to power them. Yet despite this, the floorboards upon the platform proper seem strong and easily able to support your weights. The few benches that remain are rusted but clean, and a large full-bodied mirror against the only wall on this platform is surprisingly clear of dirt and grime, save for the corners. Your reflections stare back at you, and you see and realize the new forms you have taken on, with exception to one of you, who casts no reflection at all. At this time, we're going to go around and we're going to have people describe their characters. Let us start with the once illustrious Duke, now named the Grand Duke, if you would care to describe yourself, sir.
Why, of course, I am the Grand Duke of Howells, a name that seems to have taken a more literal figure. The man stands at a mighty 6'3", piercing yellow eyes, and the shadows that I once dealt with freely twist and turn at my fingertips. The feathers will take getting used to.
Just to his right stands a man with a pumpkin on his head. Warden Hollowroot, would you care to describe yourself?
Hollowroot stands 7 feet tall, made from twisting branch and vine, a head of a slightly rotting pumpkin with green glow from inside. On each one of his shoulders is a raven or a crow. Well, one of his shoulders. The other one is kind of off somewhere else. But sitting on his shoulder is a white raven. Skeletal, but alive. And it seems to whisper into the ear, or where the ear should be, of Hollowroot. What you'll notice is he's dressed in a fine suit. But this suit appears to have been dragged through the mud. The vines and twigs that make his body attach the suit to his own bark. And a cruel reminder the power and position he once held.
Next up, the last figure who casts a reflection to be seen. Tatabale, would you care to describe yourself?
Tatterbell is very short in comparison to the rest of the party. She's wearing very old, worn clown clothes, hair in two little cute besides the rest of her hair, the cute little pigtails, but I don't know. The very creepy grin with yellowish teeth, yellow eyes, a very almost clown makeup that's sat out to age for way too long.
And last but not least, as you all see your reflections, you turn and you notice the fourth member who does not seem to give any reflection at all. Corvin, would you care to describe yourself?
You see someone sort of small in stature, around 3'5". He has a little bit of a scorpion tail standing out. His skin red and his horns long and black and arched like a deer, just sprung out of spring, freshly grown antlers out of his head. His ears long, narrow, and sharp like a knife. His eyes piercing yellow and hold like the reflection of a snake. His clothes are tattered and small and has a small scarf, and he looks over and you see this silver horse that is standing behind him, and you see him like sort of gazing upon like his hands and his feet as you hear him begin to mutter the very first words out of his mouth. He says, "What is this? What is this? Oh my God, you're horrible! What is this utter madness?" He scrambles along away from the door.
And you do. Uh, you guys are free to RP as you see fit. You stand upon this platform. Your fourth member, who has no reflection, has just freaked out at all of your appearances.
I cast Silent Image and put a big wall between him and me.
Suddenly, in front of this owl-looking person, this wall just sort of materializes, right? Just appearing. I mean, just describe how it appears. I would say.
So, as you see, he takes that walking stick and he just sort of goes over there, and you hear the sounds of bricks laying upon each other one at a time because minor illusion does sound. Tick 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 tick, and a brick wall constructs itself between you and him.
This wall just mysteriously appears out of nowhere. Hollowroot. For you, this is not the first time you've woken up here. In fact, this is the third time, roughly, that you have woken up upon this platform. The previous two times you were here by yourself, save for your companions, though one of them does seem to be missing all of a sudden. Um, but you have sought to leave this platform, you sought to escape this platform, running off into the woods, only to fall unconscious and then once again wake up upon this platform. This, though, is the first time that you have woken up on this platform alongside other people.
He looks over towards the Grand Duke because he figures he's beside him, and he creaks out a viney, clawed hand. I don't recommend leaving the platform if that was crossing your mind.
it's only logical that such a place, such a train, leads somewhere, and somewhere is better than nowhere. And with that, I will use my action to edit that silent image, and the wall will explode, and a giant owl head will tear its way through towards Corvin, and he will say, "Who are you?"
Corvin! Corvin, all right! Who's gonna
I
be
think you're peeking over your mic there a little bit, man. Bring the pitch cup down a little bit.
Okay, gotcha. He freak, he freaks out. And he says, "Don't eat me, please. Don't eat me." He's sort of like he cowers there.
You see the giant head sort of just vanish, and he's actually just standing there now, and he goes, "Do any of you know where it is this train does lead? What is going on? This is nowhere near what I remember last."
Hey, don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, as you say this, as you look around, this is a train station, but as you look to where the at least the train tracks should be, there are no rails. It looks to be you see only the rotting planks of what the rails would be resting on, and the faint imprints that have been filling in with dirt and other forest material. This entire station has not been used, it looks like, in a long time. The metal long since reclaimed by someone, perhaps by their owners or perhaps by people who just needed free iron. Um, Besides you guys, it does not look like there is anyone who has been here for a long, long time. Tatterbell, while they are having this conversation, there is something that catches your attention out of the corner of your eye. Uh, a metal trash bin. You're very certain you just saw something peeking up over the rim and then before it drops back down.
I'm gonna slowly start singing softly as I walk over there. La 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 la.
As you are slowly walking towards this thing, as the song is cascading out, and you're all able to hear this, you start seeing this one little eye stalk start rising up over the edge before it drops back down real quickly. And then another one over here starts rising up, and you noticed strangely that the iris of these eye stalks seem to have almost like playing card emblems where the iris is. Very good point there, Grand Duke. But you approach this abandoned waste bin. Do you look inside?
I will very, I will curiously.
Uh, as you look inside, you see staring up at you this adorable little face, who, as it makes eye contact with you with all five of its eyes, the tongue kind of pops out and it gives this big goofy grin towards you. Yeah.
That's interesting. How does your collar stay on? You're just round. It technically shouldn't fit.
Just round. Shouldn't fit.
Yes, I said that.
Yes, I said that. Begins to float up out of the can and comes in full view of all of you to be able to see.
I'm sorry, I haven't received my lines yet. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to respond to you. You're not in the we don't usually get a surprise till Act 2, and this is still Act 1, I believe.
Act 1. Act 1. Surprise!
Oh, it seems this is an improv thing. Okay. What are you?
The eyes somehow narrow, and you see like the card shapes kind of focus in, and they lean in, and they almost like seem to glare at you for a moment before you hear him say, "Understudy."
Oh,
And then the eye stalks nod as if that was all it had to say.
I see.
As you guys are standing there, you see one of the eye stalks suddenly rotate and point off into the distance. And you see kind of like some of the other eyes kind of start rotating around, start looking around, but that one eye is still just fixed in the distance as you hear him say, "Coming."
I sort of Corvin sort of like peeks around, and he sort of like, I'm coming, coming. Looks around. Do I have to? He smiles nervously. His ears bend down.
Three of the eyes rotate towards looking at you, Corvin.
Sure. Oh God, help me! He's
Help
sort of
me.
like
Help me. 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 Help me.
he sort of like stretches out like one foot, starts meeting with his right foot, sort of like sliding across the ground, like ever so carefully edging towards closer and closer. Ah, I'm coming. Am I supposed to? What are you?
What are you? Looks back over at Tatterbell. What are you?
Huh?
You get the sense it's asking for a name, Tatterbell.
It's quite odd. You're my understudy, but usually you don't name understudies. Usually the understudy just is unnamed until you actually have a speaking part, but you just mimic everything I say.
Mimic everything you say.
You're quite silly.
He just sort of starts rotating on the spot.
Laugh, no. Joke, no. Giggle, giggle,
Giggle, giggle.
giggle, giggle fright. No. Giggle,
Giggle,
giggle
giggle.
hex. Giggle hex.
Giggle hex. Giggle hex. Giggle hex. You see as it starts to bob up and down.
Oh, I'm glad you agree with my artistic talent. I should bring you back to Berlin.
Berlin. Bearland.
Yes,
Bearland.
Berlin. Yeah, but yes.
Bearland.
Oh, I've once heard of Bearland. Never cared to trade with them.
Berlin is a cultured. Berlin is a cultured city. Where are you from?
I am the Grand Duke of Owls. What tragedy it is that whatever powers that be have taken that a little too literally and less figuratively. It wasn't even spelled the same way.
understudy.
Oh, is he my understudy? Oh, I misunderstood. Oh, that makes way more sense.
It nods knowingly. While this is occurring, you suddenly hear a sound crack its way through the woods. The haunting tune of a lone fiddle pierces through the fog that surrounds you, heralding the arrival of a spectral locomotive coming from the very direction that Gigglehex's eye stalk has been pointing in this entire time. A dark steel train emerges from the dark surrounding you, bathed in an eerie glow. It emerges from the gloom on rails made of mist, following the very tracks that you believed to be abandoned. Its smokestack belches plumes of ghastly blue-green smoke that wail with the faces and voices of the damned. The locomotive rumbles, squeals, and creaks as it slows to a halt. Before you is a passenger car that looms directly before you. The sound of a fiddle does not digress, as emerging from the passenger car steps a frogman, molted green skin wearing the tattered garb of a vagabond, a wide-brimmed hat upon his head with 3 railroad spikes decorating it. Let's change music a little bit here. As he steps forward, he brings his fiddling to an end and bows dramatically before all of you, a fiddle in one hand, bow in the other, as he says, "Greeting and salutations, messieurs and madame. The Ghostlight Express has arrived and awaits your tickets to ride on into your next life." Takes a moment and he looks between the 4 of you. I will be honest, this is quite surprising to me. I do not recall dropping any of you off here, though you do appear to be of Druskenwald. Which must mean you all must be brand new. This is quite unusual. Typically, souls wait until we get to Druskenwald before they take on new forms. Suppose you're all excited for your new lives, eh? Of course, it makes no difference to me, though, long as you got your ticket on you. He looks around at all of you expectantly.
Ticket?
Yes, a ticket.
Starts fumbling through like his pockets.
Make a perception check for me. First roll of the night.
Oh, okay.
You fumble about on your person, but even your very clothes seem to be brand new to you. You fumble around, you cannot find anything upon your person that appears to be any kind of a ticket or anything. As you suddenly think to yourself, wait, if I don't have a ticket and the others do, I'm going to be left alone here on this station in the middle of nowhere by myself.
Good heavens, no. By chance, I don't have an extra ticket. I would like not to be left alone here. In the dark. Alone.
You don't have your ticket, sir.
He starts pulling out his pocket. I don't think I got one. He shrugs.
Are you certain? Or does anyone else perhaps have this man's ticket?
Don't worry. If you're afraid of being left alone, I assure you, I'll never leave you alone.
I feel like as you're saying this, you're like somehow looming right behind him.
I will silent image, and I'll do that one scene from Lord of the Rings where Gandalf looks like he gets really tall and everything around him gets like muted.
would like everyone else to go ahead and make a perception check for your ticket, if you would.
17.
Marvelous. Marvelous. And one more. Marvelous. As all of you very quickly find um, a paper railway ticket, which trembles faintly as you pull it out from a pocket or your jacket pocket, or in the case of Tatterbell, as you look around, you look over at Giggle Hex, reach into his mouth and pull out his tongue where your ticket is waiting. Nevertheless, the three of you, a paper railway ticket trembles faintly in your grasp. The words, "one passenger, valid for night of issue only. Carry on baggage allowed," gleam in raised silver lettering. The vagrant extends his hands to each of you and gestures to pass him the tickets. "Be sorry now," he says with a wink. "Train won't wait forever."
And what if my carry-on baggage? And I point at Corbin.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's see. There it is.
While I am familiar with the idea and the concept of imps being familiars, and while familiars do constitute as carry-on, that there is an Ashbourne. They are not really familiar types. Sir, have you tried, perchance, around your collar near the backside? I think I might have gotten stuck on the base of one of your neck horns. She says this to you, Corbin.
Sort of like begins to check. Does he find it there?
You indeed feel something papery right there, and it's caught on what you now realize you have tiny horns on the back of your neck.
What?
But nevertheless, it is there.
He sort of pulls it out and he's like starts patting its back. Oh goodness gracious! I think I found it. Is this it?
I will consider that your hole punch for this evening. But yes, it does appear to be your ticket. Which, just like the others, it says one passenger, valid for night of issue only, carry on included.
I look back towards the horse. Is is that my carry on?
Bit of a large carry on, but if you would prefer, we can have that taken away to the luggage compartment, unless you have any other means of carrying it beside you.
I He sort of like looks around. I shrug. I can't carry a horse.
Well, not with that attitude, my good sir.
Sort of like looks at the horse and says, what do I do with you?" And starts thinking like make the horse disappear. Does it work that way?
As you think those thoughts, the horse uh, seemingly burns up in a burst of silver flames as it just vanishes. And you're not sure if you stored it away or if you somehow miraculously obliterated the horse from existence.
Uh,
I suppose that will do. With that said, if you all would care to climb on aboard, it's a one-way ticket to Druskenwald this evening.
okay.
You're more talented than I thought if you've mastered the art of the horse pocket. And I step on the train.
Uh, okay. He steps on the train behind the giant owl man.
All right. Do you all follow? I presume?
Yes.
All right. With that, we come to the train. As you guys enter the train, you enter into the passenger car. Let's change our music again here. as pleasant, relaxing music begins to play over the intercom on the train. You get on, you board the train car here. As you step into the passenger train, the car that you see is filled with rows and rows of cracked leather seats. Velvet curtains that look to have once been rich in color hang faded. The Ghostlight Express begins to, as soon as all of you are on board, that you feel the shudder from underneath your feet as the train begins to move. The Ghostlight Express lurches forward with two short blasts from the train's whistle, followed by a screech of wheels that sound like the shrill note of a violin, then the percussed chugging of the locomotive. Yet, as you are standing on here, after that momentary shift of movement, the world around you seems to still, and it almost seems as if you can no longer feel the motion of the train itself. Looking out the windows, which I couldn't make for this because that's a lot of work and I didn't want to do that. Looking out the windows, some are drawn, some are curtained, some are open, but from what you see outside, a shifting greenish black smoke begins to shift past the glass, completely veiling the view beyond. Sorry, box text. As you look around, the train car appears completely empty. Except you feel like you keep seeing something out of the corner of your eye. A person sitting over there? No, there's no one there. Over there? No. You swear a child just ran past you, but there is nothing there. And you find yourselves upon this train. Look at our illustrious vagrant. Look at how handsome he is.
Very nice.
With that, as you guys all get on board, the vagrant turns to you all and says, I will be happy to answer any questions that any of you may have, but for a brief moment, if you would care to find appropriate seats, so that I need to do the safety instructions before we get too far underway. If you'd all care to go ahead and find your seats, your placement somewhere here upon the train. And that is code to the players. Find a place for your character to sit.
Okay. Just starts finding a little spot.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Corvin, as you go and sit down, you look forward, and there is Grand Duke.
I will do the silent image again, except I'm going to fill this 15-foot cube with a bunch of Grand Dukes, and they're all looking at him.
As you look around, you are surrounded by Grand Dukes in various dress and style. There's even one with a bonnet that looks towards you, who seems to be bouncing a baby, who looks like Grand Duke and is staring at you.
While holding a stuffed animal that looks like the Grand Duke.
Exception.
While this occurs, the vagrant makes his way.
Not to be alone.
Okay. Thank you. How can you do that?
While this is going on, the vagrant makes his way towards the front of the train car, turns and looks at you, and very quickly, with a flick of his hand, you guys hear a crackling sound coming through piping that is running along the top of this entire train car, as The vagrant's voice begins to echo down at you. Good dusk, evening, and night, and welcome aboard the Ghostlight Express. We hope you enjoy your travels to your next life, and if you are a returning resident of Druskenwald, let me be the first to welcome you home. Quick reminder of our safety features, the details of which can be found in the back pocket of the seat in front of you, or the wall side of your private booth. Each train car has two exits, a forward and an aft door, with the exception of the passengers onboard door on board bleh, the passengers train's side onboarding door, and the tender up front, which has no forward door. While the train is in motion, do not, and I repeat, do not open any external doors or windows under any circumstance, as it will allow the all devouring shroud to enter into the train, and there is no coming back if the shroud should take you. Once the train is in full motion, please feel free to explore the train's other cars. We have various amenities available for the traveling soul, though do mind the haints. Poor souls got something holding them back from their next life and are, unfortunately, stuck here on the train until they see their own light, whatever that may be. Wish there was more to be done for them. I do admit a selfish part of me does enjoy the constant company. Oh, wait, is this still recording? Damn it. We also have some special guests this evening, the Lord and Lady Philip Adela Druskenwald, returning home after yet another silver anniversary celebration. Make sure you stop by the lounge car to congratulate the happy couple on their many successful years of marriage and enjoy your trip aboard the Ghostlight Express. After which follows a safety instructions on how to be able to use your seat belts, how to use your seat as a flotation device should the Ghostlight crash in open waters or at sea, and a subtle reminder that possession is not allowed or permitted on board the Ghostlight Express. Uh, Afterwards, though, after the safety instructions come to an end, the floor is open. He stands waiting for you. If you should have any questions or things you wish to ask, let me give you a quick description too, just of the general design of the train. The train does appear to be about 9 feet tall. Um, there is full lighting in each, at least in this cabin, from what you can see. All the light sources is very well lit in here. And as he had described, you do see two vestibule doors at the front and aft end of the train car. But with that said, the train car is yours. The vagrant is there for the moment for you if you guys wish to ask any questions.
Um,
Of
as you notice Hollow Root in the back, when he sits and becomes still, it's hard to tell the difference that this was once a creature moving and about, as he looks like a scarecrow that has been sat in the chair. Unmoving, unblinking, except for this white bird on his shoulder. It seems to caw and look around and whisper to him.
oh, okay.
Speaking of birds, let me actually send that to you.
There we go.
Well, if there are no questions or concerns, you are not very chatty for a bunch of living folk.
Sorry, kind of a bit nervous. Uh,
What's
I
there to be
really,
nervous about?
I
Surrounded by Grand Dukes all staring at you.
I don't know what question to ask. He sort of like begins to rub his hands, and he finally gets the words out, begins to mutter and stutter. Where exactly are we? This train is going for the next spot, and what were you talking about? The all-consuming void? It's a joke, right?
Well, no, we are passing through the shroud. You know what the shroud is?
Is that some
The
type of fancy word? As he looks.
well, the shroud. Oh, how to describe it in common? The shroud is death, real death, true death. See, when most mortals die, they they become souls. They're excommunicated from their bodies. They're released from their mortal coil, and typically somebody comes along and picks them up. In your case, you seem to have kind of looks you up and down. Tragically, been put into a new body already before I get to you. Now, that's not necessarily something that's impossible. It's just a little bit unusual. Most people typically wait until they get to Druskenval before they get themselves reborn. And well, I suppose you people had the good wisdom to skip puberty. But the shroud, though, is death. If a soul gets exposed to the shroud, it suffers true death. Doesn't get reborn, doesn't get taken to any other world or realm. It ends forever.
Okay.
Fascinating.
As for where we're going, well, that's Druskenfold. It's one of the various afterlives that exists. But, well, personally speaking, it is my favorite of them to take people to.
Okay. So they open the windows and Drusk involved.
Yes.
I
Look a little nervous
never.
there.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, you look a little nervous there. So are you feeling quite all right? Do you require a drink or sustenance?
Uh, actually, I could use a cold glass of water.
Well, if you you head on over to the table right over here, right across from the entrance of the passenger car, we have some jug of water and some glasses set aside for you, as well as some pamphlets too, if you're interested in reading one on your trip. If you're looking for something a little bit harder, you're gonna want to make your way over to the lounge. And if you're looking for a meal, make your way over to the dining car. You're not stuck in here. You're allowed to move about.
Okay. Uh, First time on the train and the ever looming death shroud.
Don't you worry about that. The shroud can only get in if someone lets it in, and I assure you, I have no intention of drowning you in eternal death.
Great. He smiles like you see his teeth, and he just bites relatively close. It's like I'm gonna get that jug of water now,
Of
and
course.
he
Feel free.
and he just looks at the Grand Duke, looks at the doll, and he just like scampers really quickly. It's a race to get the water.
I look over at
The head.
Hunch. Hunch looks at me, and I say, "Yes, when you're alone with him." And then I nod.
He just sort of scampers and grabs the water and starts running to the next cart.
As you go up and you pour yourself a glass of water, you suddenly realize that there is someone right next to you staring at you. Um, and you kind of look to your left. You see what appears to be a ghost of a woman, not a Grand Duke woman, an actual ghost of a woman sitting in the chair directly next to you, where you're standing.
He just sort of freezes. Hi.
As you say hi, she doesn't seem to respond. In fact, as you look at her, you realize her eyes look unfocused, almost like she's not really looking at you. You seem to have just fallen into the line of her vision.
Uh, uh, okay? Sort of like ganders over, starts grabbing the water, and his right hand starts shaking. The water begins to spill out a little bit before it gets to his mouth, and he starts zipping the little bit that it is. And then he starts pouring himself a new one.
After a moment, she seems to fade away.
So, Bearland. Tell me, they must be the most wonderful of craftsmen.
Where did you study? Because it certainly wasn't the academy in Berlin. Oh, you're from there. Juilliard.
You're breaking.
Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Oh, you're from the academy in America, aren't you? Juilliard out again.
I'm from an academy, but not your Marigo's academy. And I assure you I know no one named Jillian. But Bearland must be fascinating.
Berlin. Surely you've been cultured before.
Cultured. Cultured. Cultured? Gigglehex looks at Grand Duke questioningly.
I am the Grand Duke, but my common name is Reed Moore. That is both a name and a suggestion. Perhaps we find ourselves at cross purposes, or perhaps your Bearland is just not elevated enough to have heard of the Grand Land of Owls. Surely you, Pumpkinhead, you've heard of owls. I see you talking, but you're not coming through,
Oh.
buddy.
He creaks awake and moves, and as the head comes and looks at you, and the mouth doesn't move, but the voice emanates out. I am only aware of the owls that stalk in the night.
Well, we can do that too, yes. So what's the name of... Are you from Bearland?
I am of Druskenval.
Ah, so you know where we're going.
I thought your soul looked a little bit familiar. Something about in the hue of it. You are a Druskenvaldian. But you're not in the right shape.
I have become a warden of the wild.
Oh dear, oh dear. You dug too deep, didn't you? Oh, druids. Druids always make things a little bit complicated, but it's not always an end all to everything.
Nature is the end and beginning and is eternal.
I
Oh,
am
they got
very
you
impressed
good.
by your skill as a conversationalist, sir.
Well, with that
Nihilists.
said, do you two perchance have any questions or anything that I might be able to answer for you?
Yes, it seems that my ticket was incorrect. I was supposed to be in first class.
Well, you'll find there isn't really a first class here per se, so
Hmm.
death is the great equalizer.
You have a very fine hat.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. And you were Miss Tatterbell, if I recall from your ticket the name on there. Did you have any questions before I mosey on back up to my tender?
How many acts before intermission? And is the will the conductor be here soon, or is it to say more of a last minute thing?
Well, if you are looking for a conductor of the train, that would of course be myself, good lady. As far as acts, we are let's see, we are presently in chapter one. Intermission does not occur until the act four, chapter four.
Oh, I see. In what key are we or is the music to be in then for the singing?
The singing. Ah, of course. Um, in regards to that, we're going to keep it in the key of C, keeping it as easy for people to be able to join in as they see fit. The people's key, of course.
Okay. I see where this is going. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Well, with that, if you all have any questions for me, and later on, there is, of course, uh, you can always call out to me. I can always hear you from my little box towards the front. And with that said, I shall leave you uh, to your deliberations, as it may be. Also, don't mind the ghosts. Most of them aren't going to be too aware of you.
Oh,
And with
that's
that,
okay.
you
I need an audience anyway.
marvelous, marvelous. With that, he takes off his hat. He gives you a grandiose bow, and then you watch as his body turns into a greenish mist, and then rises up into the piping in the ceiling. You guys are left to your own devices.
I will begin ritually casting Unseen Servant.
Okay.
As you just see me start picking wisps of shadow and smoke stuff and placing them together.
Okay.
Ooh, what you
You start.
doing there, owl man? I'm sorry. I heard your name of Grand Duke, as it were.
Yes, sir, Master Elright.
What are you doing? As he's just witnessing you picking up like black shadows out of the thin air.
My butler missed the train, so I'm making a new one.
You can do that?
I can do a great many things with the powers of the night.
Ah, that's amazing. And he'll just start shuffling past you. Have a good luck with creating a new person.
You as well.
As you start shuffling through him, the ghost of a child just manifests in the center of the train and just runs right through you, Corbin.
Like pats himself down everywhere. Looks himself. Okay. It's not nice to run through people.
You shout after the ghost, who about halfway down the train car suddenly seems to vanish and discorporate. Um, but as you follow his gaze, you start seeing a little bit strange distortions in the air, and you start realizing. Well, I mean, do you try to look harder at these
Well,
distortions?
I'll try to look harder. Yeah, I squint. Corbin
Okay.
squints.
Um, as you look at these distortions, that you start seeing shapes forming.
Yeah.
Um, Details start appearing, and you realize this train car is filled with ghosts of people. You see some are children running in the down the aisle. There's some people who are staring blankly off into space. Some seem to be mouthing or seemingly carrying on some unheard conversation. But this train car is filled with spirits.
Barbie will try to put his hands together, like neatly folded, as if like he's trying to go to mass. As he's just sort of looking around, it's like, and begins to slowly, begrudgingly, like walk closer and closer to these ghosts. He's like mustering all the courage he can,
Mhm.
just like going down the train cart.
And as you do, none of them seem to look at you. I mean, they may look in your direction, but none of them seem to focus on you. None of them seem to speak to you or interact with you or give direct attention to you. For all intents and purposes, it seems like they are unaware of your existence.
When he's going down the train cart, he'll just keep looking at these different ghosts, going through 1,000 different images, or his thoughts racing at 100 miles an hour. When Corvin keeps going down this train cart, does he eventually make it down to the breakfast cart, or the food cart that the man was talking about?
That is on a different train car altogether. From what he indicated, where you are presently at on the map is actually the back end of this car.
Oh,
And as you look at the door down here and you look at the window in this door, you see that smoky black, kind of greenish black mist pressing on the back window of this train.
he
You get
immediately turns around and pivots.
Yeah, you get almost a strange sense like it's trying to find its way in.
Nope, 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 nope. It keeps going down the other cart.
Right as you get to about here, let me actually move you back here. Right as you get to about here, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Oh, absolutely. 15.
Um, as you're going through, as you're dodging amongst a lot of these various different spirits, you are possibly out of sheer fear, heightenedly aware of them, and you notice one of these spirits doesn't seem quite right. One that is sitting in this on this chair back here, right as you're approaching. Something about him seems shadowier than the rest.
They're gonna look over at the Grand Duke. It's like, oh, it's probably his butler or something. Look at this guy.
And as you look back, Grand Duke is still in the process of kind of bringing this whole thing together. Oh no, wait, that's an instantaneous spell. Weren't you ritually casting it?
I'm ritually casting it, yeah.
You see that he's still in the midst of piecing this unseen servants together.
Looks back at the shadow thing. Uh, Begins to like wave and like flex his fingers and like in a degradative manner, and he sort of like says, "Ah, are you okay there? You are look a little dark and distressed."
You see his head kind of loll to the side, and there's a strange tilt that comes to his body and comes to his form. And the head rotates and turns towards you. As you trigger box text. As this figure, this strange, almost shadowy spirit amongst these other ghosts stirs. You see its form, it darkens to an inky shadow as it darts into the aisle. Its humanoid silhouette. It darkens to an inky shadow as it darts into the aisle, its humanoid silhouette tall and gaunt as it blocks your way forward, with a head tilted to one side at an unnatural angle. Crooked tendrils shoot out from its gnarled tree branches, these branches that seem to extend from the top of its head, and shatter the windows of the car. Ghostly mist begins to spill in around you as these branches lunge forward, reaching down far to the back side of the train, shattering the glass and door, even. As we need to change music here.
Oh, no.
What did you let in?
I didn't do anything, I swear.
As the windows and things begin to shadow, the back door cracks and breaks open. This greenish mist begins to pour in. Grand Duke, you see as this mist explodes across and in front of you. Hollow Root, it almost seems to encompass you as well. As this mist explodes into the train car, filling the back. Almost something almost alive about it as this mist begins to reach out and it grabs different souls and begins to twist them, begins to reshape them. One of these passenger spirits lets out a pained wail, and then they take on a malevolent form with a huge maw of blocky teeth, a singular eye on its head, and two smaller eyes in the palms of its spindly hands. Two more windows are shattered, and yet two more souls are transformed before you guys briefly hear a train whistle reverberating around you, and you hear the voice of the vagrant emanating from the ceiling. Could you all take care of that? That ain't supposed to happen. That hasn't really happened before, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a fiddler, not a fighter. If I could have everyone please roll initiative.
I would like to use my racial ability as I glimpse fate,
You may do so.
and I will grant advantage on initiative rolls. You can choose a number of creatures that you can see equal to your proficiency bonus. They have advantage on initiative rolls, and I pick Nost or Corvin, and I pick oh god, I pick Chatterbell.
Oh, okay. Let me roll that with advantage then.
Bring turn tracker up.
Uh-oh, I accidentally rolled twice, but you'll see the first one I got a nat 20.
I will. What the heck is he doing here? You're not supposed to be on there. Get off my initiative track. No, not you. The other one. I got a guy from like way back in when this was the other thing.
Yep, that'll happen sometimes.
Suddenly got deleted.
Figure it out.
Let's bring him back on.
Those nerds just hang around.
Holy crap, there's a bunch of stuff still on here. Hold on. John, how do I delete stuff off the initiative tracker?
You just gotta hit that little trash can on the picture. I would suggest
there
to
we
the
go.
players, hey, look at what your current initiative is, and then delete everything off the initiative tracker. Have us re-roll it, and then type in our first rolls. If there's a lot, and it's hard to gauge out.
Nah, I got too far. Good. I need Corvan and Tatterbell. Go ahead and re-roll. My apologies.
Nice.
Okay, good.
All right, and we keep our old initiative, right?
Yep, go ahead and type that in real quick.
Gotcha, we'll do.
But the Grand Duke's eyes glow yellow, and things start to slow down. And you hear his voice echo as this happens, and it says, "Get to work, hurry up."
All right. Top of the rounds. The Phantom Train Hopper actually won initiative with a nat 20. Duke, did you roll a nat 20?
I did.
So did I as well.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Holy crap. Okay. Why is it not reorganizing then? Hold on. There we go.
Since
Everyone dies.
this isn't a jump kick game yet, it won't auto do that. You have to click the little settings wheel and then hit descending.
Yep, I got that. I got that situated. All right. Tatterbell and Grand Duke both roll a d20. Just gonna solve this because it's literally a three-way tie, as tight as it can be.
It's okay. I'll go last.
Okay.
Wow.
So, Phantom Hopper.
Just remember, I'm going last because I chose it, not because I lost the roll.
Yes, of course. Right.
Did we get the exact same thing again?
Yeah. You both got 4s.
All right. Top of the round, it's going to be the Phantom Train Hopper, who, as he comes into the center of this aisle, and as don't need that one. I don't need that one. I don't need that one. I need this one. As he comes into the aisle, he is going to, again, this weird tilted body, these branches, this odd, bizarre grin upon his face, and eyes that seem to just glow from this shadow. Looks like that guy. Look at him. He's so pretty. Look at that smile.
That's a smile that stays with you forever.
Oh, yeah. He is going to make a strength drain attack against Corbin.
Here it comes.
He rolled a 6, though. Pretty sure your AC is higher than that, correct?
Yep.
Okay. As these branches lash out, the windows shatter, this mist begins to pour in, and he reaches out. But you are freaking terrified, and you move quickly out of the way of this thing. That is his main action. That is going to be his turn for right now. Up next is Tatterbell.
I am going to Eldritch Blast the one behind Corbin here.
All right, you're taking your shot at the Phantom Train Hopper. 17 will hit. That's force damage, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Man, good for you.
Did you want to apply a hex on that ahead of time, or?
I was gonna use my bonus action to use one of Giggle Hex's eye beams.
Okay.
Hit the
Go
irate
for it.
button, the ones that you roll.
You should have controlled Giggle Hex.
Yep, I do.
Because the action.
Oh, so he shoots 2 and it's random, it looks like.
Yep. You rolled a 2 and a 2, so hit the second one twice. Oh, it says re-roll duplicates.
So 2 and a 3?
3 and a 2.
2 and a 3. All right, Fury is going at where?
We'll go with one of these guys down by the Grand Duke.
That is those guys. They are not immune to fear, surprisingly. That is a wisdom save, correct?
Yes, 14.
All right.
I was making
That
one
is a
character. I was
13.
surprised by just how many things are not immune to fear. I was looking at a fear build for Descent into Avernus. Devils are not immune to fear. Who'd have thought?
Makes sense. Clerics, a lot of channel divinity stuff and all that.
Yeah.
All right. So you're hitting. So that one gets hit. That is a D. That is a 13. That is a fail. So this guy is afeared. There's my afeared button. There's my afeared button. So that guy can't get closer. And then second one, who is that guy against? The Frost Ray.
Yep, the one, the middle one.
One in the middle. That is a dex save. That is a 9. He takes some of that. So as you, springing into action, hop up onto the chair, you point one hand over at this shadow which just tried to attack Corvin, and you fire a blast of raw energy into it. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
She's thinking.
Gotcha. And then while you're thinking on that, Giggle Hex also springing into action. Suddenly the eye narrows and he takes on a growling face. Two of the eyes rotate towards the back and fire off these lasers. The fear ray striking this bizarre monster. Let me show you those beautiful faces. Look at that beautiful face. Look at that beautiful face of that monster that just sprang into existence.
Pan's Labyrinth. That thing was creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
This northern one is a fear, and the other one blasts into that central one, which is still kind of enshrouded in this bizarre misty fog, and does some cold damage, but doesn't seem to quite do as much as you were hoping for. Anything else for your turn?
That, I think, will be it. I kind of like where I'm at.
All right. And with your Pact of the Chain, Giggle Hex takes a turn as well? Or is your bonus action just commanding him to use that eye ray?
Bonus action is lets me use my bonus action to let him shoot the eye ray.
Gotcha. All right. So I believe that brings us to Grand Duke. Grand Duke, you are starting in the mist. You take 3 points of necrotic damage as this mist begins to act not only eat away at your body, but you feel it almost like it's seeping in, searching for where your soul is.
Run, Hunch. And Hunch will. Oh, there we go. He was here because he was talking to the other bird. He flies out this way, flies up. We'll go to Corvin right here and give the help action.
Okay.
And then as for me proper, right here. Is that pinging? Should be pinging.
Yep.
Okay. I will magnify gravity with my action. So that is a con save versus 16 force damage.
Gotcha. From top down?
Yep. DC 15.
2 save, 1 does not.
All right, 16 force and then half on a save.
Okay, so 16 force, 8 points of force damage. And this one is... Oh, that poor guy. They are not resistant. Very few things are resistant to force damage.
Yep. Unless you have a very fancy brooch. Let's see. So I use my once a day casting of that. I did use my once rest casting of Glimpse Fate. Sorry. Here we go. Then what I will do finally with my bonus action is I will activate and I start speaking the language of evil as I use dread speech.
Ooh.
I need Big Ugly down here to make a wisdom saving throw or be afeared.
As you speak these words and as they roll over and across towards him, his head kind of rotates towards you and grins as he is immune to fear.
Curses.
And he raises a hand up again, watching you this time as he raises up another hand to attack Corvin. Anything else with your turn?
No, I'm going to stay put.
All right. That's going to bring us to Hollow Root. At the start of your turn, because you're starting in this mist, you take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Alright.
Marvelous. Grand Duke, did you take the 3 points of necrotic damage from when you started your turn in the mist?
I did. I hit Tim.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, you're good. Hollow Root.
Hollow Root will
Please.
creak and stand, and as he does, it's as if he gets bigger. And not necessarily taller, but like wider, more vines and wood and bark and twig appear as he uses his bonus action of his level 3 abilities called Woodwoos.
Oh man.
Because as the action, he
Mm.
casts
Mm-hmm.
Shillelagh. It's all kind of like a one thing.
Yeah. So
And
as a bonus action, you're casting your Shillelagh.
so the action is the Shillelagh. These kind of go together.
Oh, okay. I get you. I
So
get you.
as part of casting Shillelagh, I was just being very flavorful in my description. It's kind of the same thing. Um, but as this grows, like from his hand out rolls this gnarled branch, and he stands and grabs it with his other hand and looks at these creatures, and the voice changes. You are not of nature. You must perish. And he stands up, moves to this one, and will swing with his
All right.
shillelagh.
Go ahead and make it thine attack roll.
16.
16 will hit. And that's 12 points of damage. As this poor guy in the middle, has taken a massive beating.
All right. Other fun things. My AC also jumps up to 18, thanks to
Nice.
Woodwoos. The creature says it has been attacked with the shillelagh, is now coated in elderwood sap and has until the start of my next turn and has disadvantage on attacking anyone else but me.
It definitely has disadvantage on attacks. In fact, you hit it so hard it can no longer attack. As you do take this thing out, how do you describe this kill against it?
It's just
This thing is
as you'd think that this big scarecrow made out of the forest and wood would come down and simply crush the thing with pure strength. But there's a grace to the swing. It is as if a branch blown in the wind, and it cuts through the side. And the sap sprays, and the mist and the ectoplasm that made this ghost crystallizes and shatters to the floor, coated in what is elderwood ember sap.
as this sap coats and covers it, and it does exactly that. It crystallizes. It crystallizes what shouldn't be able to be crystallized. A ghost, a spirit, or whatever this thing has become shouldn't be able to be crystallized. Nevertheless, through the magics of the old woods that empower you, you force this thing into a material form, shattering it as it falls to the ground. Make a perception check for me, real quick.
All right. 14.
You notice as it falls to the ground, there is a mist that seems to be released from its form that rises up into the piping up above.
All right. And to round this off, is the area still a spell effect going on where the Grand Duke cast it?
I think magnify gravity is an instantaneous thing. Yeah,
It's an instantaneous thing. The only lingering effect is if they're holding a weapon and they fail, it goes to the ground. It is
So,
hard to pick up.
so I could move there and be okay?
Yeah.
All right.
absolutely.
So he's going to move there. And that will be the end of Hollow Root's turn.
All right, that brings us to the Spectre's turn. or at least one of them's turn. This guy, they are. You see as this transformation overtakes it, the teeth, the eyes, and the hands, and the face. They begin to look around, but as you come closer, as you strike down this other one, you see the hands and both the eyes and both its hand and in its face kind of lock in on you, as it's going to passes through the entryway wall over here, over into this area, and is going to make attacks against you with a +2 thanks to flanking as it attempts a life drain attack. That is, however, only an 11-13 to hit.
Does not hit.
As it kind of passes through this wall, you know exactly what it's going to do. This thing is not very intelligent from what you can tell. It's very obvious in what its intentions are. And as that hand reaches out from behind that wall to try and grasp at you, you smack it away with your wooden shield. It doesn't even get to your vital energy that is trying to reach. That is going to be it for its turn. That brings us to Corvin.
Corvin is going to yelp out, I need help, I need help, I need help, I need help. And with the bonus action, this silver horse is going to manifest underneath him. As it just sort of like hears its cries.
As you summon a horse.
The horse pocket.
Send that to the back. Send that to the back. Why is Hunch fixed in? Hunch is somehow fixed in the farthest back he possibly can be.
Is he?
He's right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
the
was
layers.
hiding behind the Dark Rider. I'm trying to have like the bigger tokens all the way at the back. For whatever reason, he wasn't. Yeah, see, he keeps hiding under the token.
Punch is stubborn.
All right. Hunch wants to be. Hunch is still young. He likes that whole little shrouding nesting feature. Nevertheless, from the ground, these silver flames explode from beneath you as this horse emerges into this space. I will say, considering the seats and everything, it is treated as in being difficult terrain, but it's a freaking horse, so I think you're good.
But this, like, as the horse sort of like rears back and like Corvin is just sort of gripping its neck, like, don't let me, what's happening? What's happening? He's just gonna like fall over as then the horse sort of bends his neck, and that's me flavoring saying I'm just gonna, Corvin's gonna like stab him with his like little tail stinger, as it just sort of
Go
like
for it.
with advantage. All right, with the help action, he also has advantage because of the mountain combatant. I don't know.
Huzzah!
So he goes ahead and he takes a
Yep.
stab with 13.
As your 13, oh yeah, advantage. As your tail, as your stinger lashes out and just maybe it's instinct, maybe it's sheer coincidence, maybe you actually know how to fight. Who's really going to say? But nevertheless, your tail stinger goes out and it makes purchase into his form. Is your unarmed strike? Is your tail stinger considered magical?
My tail stinger is not. It is a racial ability.
All right. So that is an unarmed strike. So that's not going to be a magical weapon. So as you stab into him, he takes 1 point of piercing damage. And you feel this sudden draining sensation as your tail begins to fire out this poison. But a shadow cannot be poisoned. As you see it just kind of fire out and then hit the ground, somewhat embarrassingly.
Corvin's sort of like scampering back on the horse's like backside, and he just using it as cover.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
All right. This specter is dead. Get off my field. This specter is still alive, and he is fritange. He is going to go for Hollow Root, who is directly in front of it. He is going to make an attack at disadvantage because fear imposes disadvantage, but he gets +2 from flanking. As this one is going to reach out for an 8.
No.
as you as you block that first one, you just bring the shield back, um, almost instinctively, as if your new form is guiding your direction as you block that the next attack that is attempting to come at you from behind. And that is going to be their turns. Brings us back to the top of the round. Do you guys want a minute?
I'm good. I'm gonna blast.
Okay.
I think the other warlock's gonna blast.
I'm gonna make
I'm
this
gonna-
make things sticky.
There we go.
I'm gonna panic really, really hard and hit things.
It's double funny because he's using a stick.
Get it?
All
Sticky.
right. Top of the rounds. I believe, as we had agreed on, Phantom Hopper is going to go first.
Yep.
He is going to 5e shuffle over to here, using that steed now as cover against the people who seem to be able to hurt it. And he is going to attempt another strength drain at Corvin, which I believe part of your features as a mounted combatant lets you actually pick whether or not you go for it or not. But that is an 8 to hit. Which I don't think hits either of your characters.
Would hope not.
Nost?
It does.
It does not. Okay. Wanted to make sure. It was just, please don't tell me you made a fighter who has an AC less than 8.
That would be really, really bad on my part. But no, he did not.
As he goes and as he misses, though, that grin is still on his face, and you hear him speak to you. As you just hear this voice, these eyes, these huge greenish glowing eyes glaring into you, staring into you with malevolence, as it says, "Soon you'll see." That is the end of its turn. That brings us to Tatabel.
I was actually going to cast a defensive spell for my turn as an action. I was going to cast Protection from Good and Evil.
Okay. Are you casting this on yourself?
Yep. I think actually might help myself. Actually, let's see. What's the range on this? Touch. Yeah, on myself.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I will use Giggle Hex's eye beam again.
All right. Throw up those eye beams. That's a 1 and a 2. Where are you sending the 1? Where are you sending the 2?
I'm going to try to fear this one, and I will try to daze this one.
All right. Go away, notes. So, fear effects for the Spectre. That's a wisdom save. 14.
Is my DC.
All right, he is not afeared. And Hopper, Daze is also a wisdom save. Natural 1. So he is. Ooh, he is considered charmed. Hold on. He is not immune to charm. All right, so while he is charmed, he is speed is halved and he is disadvantaged. Nice.
It's a good charm.
All right. So Tatterbell, as you go and you begin casting this magic, this new powers that you have been imbued with, you feel like you can protect yourself against some of these strange planar creatures. And as you finish casting this spell, there is a sign that pops up in front of you that says "No touchy." As Giggle Hex begins firing off yet more lasers all across this place. I'm going to. What would be a good symbol for days?
There's that the little stars.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. I can't find the stars.
It's stunned, so it'd be in the S section, underneath restraint. The double.
Ah, there we go. Perfect. I like that. All right. Anything else, Tatterbell? Gonna move? Gonna do anything fun?
No, I think I'll stay where I'm at.
Sorry.
What?
As soon as she talked, the baby sneezed, so you just hear. That's what that was. That was my baby sneezing, the 2-month old. He sneezes like me.
All right. Grand Duke, who chose to be at the bottom of this initiative roll.
Yep. I'm in the mist.
Oh, you are correct. You are in the mist, so you are going to take a D4,
Yep.
2 points of necrotic damage.
I'm gonna take a D6 on my turn too, but we'll get to that. There we go. 2. This guy would no longer be afeared, so as a bonus action, I'm going to speak evil in his name. But first, I am going to use one of my castings of the Bane spell. I get to target 3 people, and there's 3 people on the board. Bane. So that is charisma saving throws for the 3 enemies on the board.
All right. Oh, they're so charismatic, man. This is such a terrible idea. They're so
It's a
charismatic.
DC, what am I, 14, I think? Oh, my DC's a 15.
Yeah, because you got that sweet, sweet 20. They all fail, so they are all baned.
All right, there's a little Bane button too, or you could do the bless. But so I use that, and then as a bonus action, this top one here, who is afeared or was afeared, I'm going to re-afear, as I breathe in this green death vapors, and I start breathing it back out using my dread speech, and at this time it hurts. I take a D6 of damage. I take 3 points of damage from that, from my tip.
All right, and that's another wisdom save.
Yeah. But he's Bane now, so there's that too.
Yep. 16
On 2.
minus. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was saying, come on 2.
3.
Yes.
So he is once again afeared, so I don't have to go through and take that marker off. Huzzah! All right.
And I believe Bane's concentration, right? Let me throw that on me. Yeah,
Yep.
it's concentration. So here I am.
Go ahead and throw that and toss that on yourself. Anything else for your turn, good sir?
That'll be turn. Hunch will he will move and he will give the help action to Hollow Root against this bottom righter one.
Okay. That brings us to, speaking of which, that brings us to the Hollow Root.
The Hollow Root will do just that and make a shillelagh attack against the guy on the stairs.
All right, go ahead and make that attack roll.
And it's at advantage, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, because of the help action. 13 to hit. Will hit. That is 5 points, and that is magical bludgeoning damage, I believe.
Oh, yes.
All right, so he takes all that. He takes all that magical damage.
And
And that is because of the saproot thing. That is disadvantage on attacks against targets other than you.
yes.
Correct. Okay.
Yes. And then
Okay.
As a reaction, I'd like to throw out a malediction and cause him to take an extra 1d10 necrotic damage.
Okay. Is there a save on that one, or is it just added in there?
Let's see. You can use this feature charisma. Agony. No, that. No, it doesn't look like there is a save.
No, it's just all right. So necrotic damage. How are we against necrotic? As you call out and as you attempt to curse this thing, um, you drawing on the power from the shroud itself, the mist surrounding you, as it goes and it funnels into it. It does not seem to have any effect. It is immune to necrotic damage. This thing is born of the shroud, and therefore does not suffer necrotic damage.
Well, it still can't gain hit points.
It can't regain hit points. It's just a very good point.
and then Hollow Root will take a a step closer to this fiend. And is it bonus actions? No, he's not going to use any of that. So he'll be. That'll be it.
All right. It is now this very same one's turn. It has disadvantage on attacks other than you, but it was pretty intent on you anyway to begin with. So it is going to make a life drain attack. That is a 23 to hit. Oh wait, minus D4.
It won't help, but might help.
Principal. I mean, 21 to hit.
Yes.
All right. You take 12 points of necrotic damage and need to make a Constitution saving throw.
How much was it again, damage? Sorry,
12. 1, 2. All right, you do not have that reduction taken away from your maximum as well, as this guy just rushes forward and basically slimers you as he just reaches through, passes through you, and runs over to the other side of you, dragging your life out from you, and feeding it to the shroud that is invading into this car.
Kill.
Sorry, what?
I said kill.
Okay. That's going to bring an end to his turn. Corvin! He's coming for you, Corvin. He's trying to take your life straight out from your very body.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. With it, he's gonna like sort of like rear back and grab like the hair from this silver stallion that's right here. And what's gonna manifest is just just me flavoring wise, just taking out his rapier. And you just see like these silver like little pikes just come out from the silver stallion's mane, and he just starts, leave me alone, and he starts stabbing it into this creature.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. It's very interesting. As you grab this mane, you know that this mane is made of silver flames, yet you are able to grab it and grasp it as if it is strong, fine, soft hair. A 17 will hit for 6 points of piercing damage, which becomes 3 points of piercing damage.
And that will be the end of my turn. I do not possess a bonus action at this current time.
All right. Brings an end to your turn. That brings us to super afeared spectral ghost thingy who is baned and does not like this this Grand Duke tucked away in this corner. So if he can't attack him, he's going to attack the next nearest target, which is going to unfortunately be Hollow Road as he follows his siblings example and zooms on through, passes through the wall there, and is going to come out on that side and is going to make an attack against him. I think that wall actually blocks. Yeah, that wall is going to block view. Yeah. So that wall blocks view of him, so he is not under the fear's negative effects because you are out of sight, my good sir. So life drain. And of course, this is when Ray walks away. Ray is going to. Yep. Let me hop on his sheet, have him make a con save.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh god!
Man, you sure are one heck of a DM. You're brutal, buddy. I love it. You got a max HP of 5.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's awesome. Oh no.
Okay. Oh god. Yeah. Well, so a couple things happen. First off, He takes 25 points of necrotic damage, which means that's going to put him at 0. um, I'll give him a chance if he's got any reaction stuff to be able to apply that whenever he gets back. But yeah, right now that puts him at a max HP of 5. Oh no. Oh no. As this thing rushes forward, diving through the wall, reaches out and is able to come up using that height difference and stabs into his body, gripping and tearing out a portion of Hollow Root's soul as Hollow Root hits the ground unconscious.
Oh man. Yeah, Bane ain't gonna help with that.
No, not against a nat 20. That brings us to the end of the top of the round. Do you guys want a minute?
It's not changing.
Still got the same plan as usual.
Okay. And of course it happened when he walked away. Of course it
I was gonna
happened.
say that wasn't the one that he attacked, right? And had disadvantage because he attacked this one, I
He
think.
attacked that one up north, yeah.
Man, there's
He attacked the
nothing.
one to the north. The one to the south was the one that had gotten baned and had gotten feared by you. So he could only go eastward. And the next target is Hollow Root.
Better him than me.
All right. In that case, top of the round is going to be Phantom Hopper's turn first. As he continues to grin and he looks at Corvin, he's going to make another strength drain attack against Corvin, which I believe is at disadvantage because of daze.
Let's see. Its speed is halved and has disadvantage on attack rolls. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, thank God. The likelihood of me getting a natural 20 and critting on Corvin now is minimal. 13 to hit Corvin.
13 does not hit Corbin.
Oh, good.
All right, as he continues just to slash out at you, and you see briefly as he swings, and then he seems to drop, vanishing from sight briefly. As being a shadow, he can move, fit in spaces that are less than very, very small spaces, and he slides up over onto this side of you
Wonderful.
because he's amorphous. Um, and that is going to be his turn for right now. Um, as he continues trying to make these attacks at you, and he says to you, Corvin, "Soon you'll know."
What do
That
you
is
mean
his
I
turn.
know?
Tatterbell.
I am going to Eldritch Blast.
All right, what are you Eldritch blasting?
Let's go with this guy.
All right, the specter directly east or west of you.
21.
That doesn't hit. Totally misses entirely. His AC jumped up a whole bunch because he's been feeding on curses. Yeah, that hits. And that does 10 points. Describe how he explodes. Because you just killed him.
I want to die with like a shocked look on his face, like one of the masks that you see from Mardi Gras, just that shocked face forever, like the scream from the famous painting.
As you fire this beam and it pierces through into his body, there's this scream that wells up as he brings his eye hands up to his face, like staring into each other, as just raised up, and this scream begins to emit before it just evaporates as like flash paper. He just burns up into this bluish greenish dust. And you too, similar to how the first one died, you see this sphere of mist that begins to rise up and enter into the piping up above.
Seems like an important detail.
Anything else with your turn?
Bonus action disco ball, probably.
Giggle Hex at this moment is literally just spinning, and this is how you find out that his blue scales on his skin are actually reflective.
She's having a bit of a time with the children. If you would please roll the giggle hex stuff for her bonus
Gotcha.
action.
Open that up. We're gonna do the arrows there.
4 and 3.
What are them arrows? 4 and 3. 3 and 4. All right, that is going to be a frost ray and a telekinetic ray. Unless she says anything otherwise, I'm just going to go from left to right. Unless she wants to focus them both on the. Oh, yeah, we'll just go left from right because she's been splitting it. So Spectre is going to get the frost ray. Does a dex save. Her DC is 14. He rolls a 19. Oh wait, he's baned. Because principal. 15. That's still succeeds. So he does not take 6 points of cold damage. Telekinetic ray. Oh no, but shadows are so physically strong. He rolled 10. Thank you. He rolled a 6. There was a wall in that direction. There's a wall immediately to his left.
Ah,
Dynamic lighting is on, right? You guys can see the wall here, right?
it is, but I have hunch.
Ah, gotcha.
And for some reason, I control Corvin. Let me fix. Well, I can't fix that. I'm not a GM. For some reason, I control Corvin Elright. And I control Hollow Root.
I think I put you on there just in case I needed a backup programmer.
I'll fix that real quick. But
Okay.
please continue. Is it not amorphous? Is it not ethereal? Yeah, the shadow. That's why I was pointing through the wall.
It is amorphous, which means it can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide, but that is still a solid wall.
Yeah. In that case,
And it
probably.
throws it throws it diagonally into near Grand Duke.
Oh, I hope not. Let's see. I mean, yeah.
Let's wait until she's able. We can wait until she's able to answer too. Twas there. All right. Put it there for right now, unless she comes back and she thinks otherwise. That brings us to your turn, oh great and mighty Grand Duke, and you take another 3 points of necrotic damage as this shroud again is just eating away at your temp.
Yep. That fiendish
Hey Ray,
figure. What?
real quick, do you have any way to stop a natural 20 from hitting Hollow Root? Or any way to re-roll a saving throw? Or boost a saving throw?
No, never mind. Guidance doesn't do saving throws.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's rough.
Okay. So, one of these specters got a crit on Hollow Root and did 25 points of necrotic damage. And then he failed a Constitution saving throw, and so his max HP is now 5. Unless you have any way to be able to counter that or change or re-roll a saving throw or whatnot.
Hold on. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh no, were you talking that whole time?
Yeah, I was.
Oh no.
The only thing I really have is absorb elements. I could lower some of the necrotic damage.
I don't think it works on necrotic. Yeah.
Yeah, and no, I don't.
Okay. So you're down, and you have at most 5 max. Your max HP is 5 for the time being,
Cool.
until maybe something happens. I don't know. TM Fiat. Anyway, Grand Duke, you take that damage. You do the help action with Hunch, and then you
Yeah,
are firing off a guiding bolt.
I roll my Constitution saving throw to hold concentration on Bane. I get a 16, and then I turn around and I send a huge blast of light and smoke at him with a 23 to hit for 15 points of radiant damage.
I believe that will hit, and you in fact do. It's 23. You said I'm seeing 25. Or I'm sorry, I'm seeing 15.
23 was the attack roll.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
No, it was 15 points of radiant damage, and the next attack against him has advantage.
Well, that would be the case, except that he is, of course, vulnerable to radiant damage. Because
Okay.
he's a shadow. He's a shadow, so he actually takes 30 points of damage. Grand Duke, how do you want to do this? As this Giggle Hex throws this Phantom Hopper into the path, into a place where you can finally hit it. You take this moment, you take advantage of this moment, you fire off this beam of light.
So I start to swirl and colonnade these different mists around me, and I say, "The darkness works for me." And I slam my hands together, and it pierces through, and you see that it twists and turns into a green flame that bursts through him.
Nice. I like it. As this beam pierces through his form and he begins to disintegrate slowly, bit by bit, you see that head, that lilted head, roll back and stare directly at you, Corvin. And you hear his voice as he says, "Soon you'll be crooked too." As he dissolves. Anything else, Grand Duke? Okay. That it brings us to Hollowroot. Please give me a death saving throw.
12.
Okay. Noted. That brings us to a dead guy. Corvin.
I will immediately have my trusty steed move in the slightest of fashions. Uh, can I occupy the same space as this creature? Because I know it's right here.
Solus is technically in Hollowroot space. He's kind of sitting on him for right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you
All
move
right.
up there.
All right, and I immediately try to say, "Oh no, good heavens! I don't like you." And he takes another stab at this creature.
Go ahead, make a stab attack. As you look at it, the eyes rotate towards you and it hisses at you. These huge jaws that could probably bite your head off. As a 25 does in fact hit. For 11 points of piercing damage, which becomes 5 points of piercing damage due to resistance. As you stab into it, stabbing into this spectral form.
I use
Anything
action
else with your
surge,
turn?
and I do it again.
Go for it. Make another attack roll. Come on, nat 20. It's another 25 that will hit, and that will do 6 points of damage. It is still up.
Okay, that'll be the end of my turn.
As that you move over into movement, you see this thing, and that adrenaline surge that comes from this. Shockingly, you are a very cowardly fighter, but you use that fear to spurn you on to greater action as you rapidly just start stabbing this thing as quickly as possible. That brings an end to your turn. It is now its turn. It just had a guy stab him multiple times, and who has conveniently come within range of it. So it's going to reach out towards you, and it's going to attempt a life drain attack with an 8, which I do not think hits.
It does not. He cowers
But
behind the horse.
You do see as this thing kind of comes up and it moves through the wall and ends up in kind of like the space on the rear side of the steed, kind of like floating like right behind you on top of this steed with you. Not having mounted or anything specifically, but it's just there. And it's coming for you.
Oh no.
That brings an end to its turn. Phantom Train Hopper is kaput. Tatabel.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast the last one.
Make your attack roll. $19 will hit, 13 points of force damage. How do you end this fight?
I'm gonna do one of the other. So the first one is like the sad face. The other one's gonna be like the permanently creepy happy face, like the other mask.
That's all.
My God.
As you focus and you fire on him, concentrating the theatrical face of joy, of comedy. This mask, you fire out a mask laser that plants onto its face, and somehow there's a brief moment of relief, peace on its face, before it just explodes and splatters exoplasmic goo all over Corvin. And once again, that sphere of mist rises up into the piping up above, and that is going to bring us out of initiative. And with that, I think that is a good spot for us to be able to take a break. We will be back in just a few minutes as we continue our tale of All Aboard the Ghostlight Express. Welcome back. As the sounds of battle dim, as these specters, each one after another, fall apart, these motes of this dark mist that was somehow embedded in them, floating up into the piping up above and vanishing therein. Um, there still yet remains this blackened mist that swarms and fills the back of this train, and almost seems to thrash about as if it is itself a living thing, looking for, trying to devour the spirits and the souls that are inside this train. The ghosts that you guys have witnessed have all pushed past and through you guys, vanish, and are all huddled towards the front of this car. And once again, you hear a loud train whistle scream through the train as miraculously you guys hear the sound of what sounds like glass reverse shattering as the windows slam back into place. The door at the back of the train seals shut, heals, restores, and mends, and this mist dissipates as if banished from the very air that it has once occupied. So I'm going to send that back to the original train. And it is as if nothing has changed, as if nothing had happened at all. As
Punch.
you
I told you whenever he was alone. Shame on you.
your owl familiar goes. But regardless, as you take a moment to collect yourselves, Grand Duke, you cast this your healing magic upon Hollow Root to bring him back up, to restore him back to life. You hear the voice of the vagrant come over the piping up above as you hear him say, "Sounds like things have died down back there. How are you all holding up? By the way, I could hear you if you just call out. Uh, Hello? Oh no, they're all
I'm
died. I'm gonna have to evacuate that.
No, we're fine. I honestly, they amateurs, the lot of them.
Here,
Oh,
over here.
I can hear you. I can't see you. Uh, but everyone's alive. Everyone's okay. No more people have been devoured by the all-devouring shroud.
No.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's good to hear. Thank all of you. Thank you all a lot. By the sound of it, and by the feel of it, it seems like the worst of it's over. But I hate to do this to passengers, but I might need a bit of a hand from you all. See that someone, I guess, somehow got on here, a stowaway. I think they're the ones who let that shroud in. Most of it's gone. Most of it went into those specters you all were fighting, but I don't think quite all of it has gotten out of the train. Nothing really, nothing enough to harm you all. Don't be afraid. Nothing enough to harm you all. I think most of the ghosts should be okay, but it's the Haints I'm worried about. Uh, the Haints on board, they're a completely different story. I don't know how much you know about Haints, but they stay on this train until their business is resolved, and if it ain't resolved, well, that makes them open to the shroud coming in and infecting them. It'll fester and corrupt them, and that's going to be a whole nother fight on our hands. My last count, there's about 6 of them on board the train. Uh, if you could possibly help them work through their business, ideally, I'd like to see them come to a resolution proper. But if it comes down to it, you might have to destroy them. Oh, I hate to see that. I hate to see souls get destroyed like that. But it's either them or the train, and well, I have to pick the train. Would y'all be able to help me with that?
Uh, I've. Uh, I'm not really much of a heroic and investigative kind of guy. Voice somewhere. Are you sure it's not two? dangerous?
I'm sure we'll be fine. And you said there was some noble here, yes? Who can bestow proper titles and personages.
Oh yes. The Lord and Lady Druskinwald are presently on board the train. Though, if possible, I would ask try not to alarm them too much. I really would rather keep them in the dark about this. Ain't no cause to rile up the Lord and Lady over what amounts to a scuffle. If you can handle the Haints, either helping them move on naturally by coming to their resolutions, or worse choices, which I would prefer not to consider too much of. They don't need to know about what's going on. I'd hate to bother the good Lord.
Directing a finale seems like my specialty.
I will help these spirits move forward as it is the natural way.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir.
Also, I could use a little help.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, there's a possibility if you help out the Haints, meet a more positive end. Uh, well, sometimes it can have a healing effect on those around them too. Uh, but again, it's if you can help them kind of reach their end. I try not to interfere too much with them, and I really wouldn't impose on this in this circumstance. But I'm going to be occupied up front trying to keep the shroud at bay. It's nasty riled up right now.
Then help them, I will.
Thank you kindly, sir.
if I just gotta talk to them, I'm fine with that.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, they might become violent and bloodthirsty and try and kill someone, but that's only if you make a terrible, horrible mistake or like insult them or something.
I will stand in the back and help in that case.
Supervisor. All right. With that said, let's see. I should be able to. Yep, I'm going to unlock the passenger car, so you should be able to get access to the rest of the train, and um, just do what you can. Once you clear out all the rest of the Haints, I'll need you to come on forward to the tender. We'll need to see if there's any residual shroud on the door to make sure that we can't make sure it doesn't get into the light itself, into the furnace. That'd be the worst possible occurrence that could happen. Just let me know if you have any questions, of course. Remember, I can always hear you. You hear a click.
All right.
With that, you are free to move about not only the passenger car, but you are free to access the vestibule that accesses the rest of the train.
Oh, okay.
And of course, converse if you guys wish to.
I pat my horse and uh, then I thank it and I ask it to go away.
Your horse once more bursts into that silver flame, and you plop down on the floor. No horse beneath you.
Okay, that was unpleasant. Um, how are you, Mr. Spooky Pumpkin Man?
I am Hollow Root.
Hollowroot.
Well, I commanded him to live, so now he lives.
Thank you for helping me. I will return the favor.
That's what friends do. Now imagine that having any sort of friend is better than being completely alone, surrounded by enemies.
Swallows its own spit. Yes, yes.
So we'll need to find these aunts and help them out.
Yeah, I guess we just gotta search the train then. Um, I don't suppose any of you know how to broach the topic of you shouldn't be here and you should be nice.
I'm more skilled in deception than I am in persuasion, so to speak. And believe it or not, I'm not very good at intimidating others.
Those who wish can make an Arcana or a Religion check if you want to know more about Haints.
Gotcha.
I've studied, and what I know is this.
Okay. Grand Duke, you have studied, actually. In your various studies that have covered a wide variety of topics, especially in dealing with the arcane, you know of things such as um, dealing with spirits and other various supernatural entities. Haints are typically ghosts that have some unresolved issue that holds them, that binds them, that keeps them from moving on as part of the natural cycle. Uh, People typically think of them as being just the monstrous specters that may ghost like or may not ghost that haunt mansions and such and have some unresolved business therein, but they are not necessarily bound solely to mansions. And by the sound of it, these spirits that are on this train are spirits that have started the process of moving to the next world, but may have something that keeps them still yet tethered behind. And that may be anywhere between unresolved business to um, even crises of identity or misunderstandings or questions about loved ones or what may be. The things that hold people back from moving on with their lives. Surprisingly, keep the dead from moving on with theirs. As a yet another spirit appears and begins serving, passing around drinks with a tray, various other amenities.
Could you flash that to the camera, please? I'm very proud of my unseen servant.
Absolutely. There we go. He'd be
Nice.
very cute. But that is what you know of Haints.
I will pass that information along.
Well, these haints, not haunts, that's ridiculous. These haints, they're attached. And in order to unattach them, we have to perform labor for them. Solve problems. Do hero work. You wouldn't happen to know if there's any heroes around here, would you?
I think it's only us. I think.
Oh, you volunteer as the hero. That is refreshing to hear.
Uh, uh, I mean, I. Okay. Or just looks defeated.
As the drink gets put into Hollowroot's hand, he looks down at it, and if you could see a pumpkin frown, that would be it. But he still holds it politely and is just kind of standing there very very still. We should move.
It will after it serves drinks, it will move around and will start rubbing the Grand Duke's shoulders.
We should move to the next cart. We should start saving and preserving the natural order of things.
Yes, we should help these souls move on. I have this great idea for some soul choreography. Maybe a paso doble or a tango for Act 2. Really makes the monologue stand out at the end as they pass. It's really classic.
The unseen servant will try to open the door for us to go forward.
The door indeed opens. Go ahead and put him back there so I can hero stack you guys. As you guys all depart from the passenger car, I need someone to roll me a d6.
D6.
Grand Duke. Well, we're going to go with Hollowroot because he's got in there first. We're going to go with 4. Hey, that's fun. As you lot, you step into the vestibule, and there is a pale white mist that greets you as you step into what seems like a small room that is able to accommodate all of you as you enter in. A door ahead of you that remains locked until the door behind you closes, sealing automatically as the one in front of you now opens. And you move to this room. As you guys appear in a room much, much further south. Let me scroll down to that room in my notes. I scrolled too far into my notes. There we go. As you guys enter into a room, and you are immediately enveloped by the smell of paper. Paper of all various different kinds, but a wide variety of paper. As you look around, there are rows and rows and shelves of what looks like heavy satchels, mail satchels, and bins filled to the brim with parcels and envelopes. You appear to have come to some sort of mail cart or mail car. And within this car, you see this gentleman. Oh, I need to bring up my NPCs. There we go. Sea Mariner. Within this cart, you see an old man in a sailor's coat and with a clay pipe in his mouth, purposely heaving sacks of mail from one end of the cart to the other, as if he were loading cargo onto a ship. There is a sense of regret in his eyes as he walks from one end to the other, carrying a giant, heavy sack of mail. As he gets down to the far end, the vestibule opens and he throws the bag through it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Corbin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Here we go.
You are still very much on your toes, and you were still very much filled with adrenaline. And as you see this man hurl this sack of mail through the door at the far end, your acute senses hear the vestibule behind you open once more, and you nimbly dodge out of the way as this huge sack of mail is thrown in and lands exactly where you are at. And you do not take a d6 of damage. As this mariner begins walking back on down, excuse me. So he kind of pushes people aside and out of the way, picks up that bag once more, and then continues walking back down the hallway, back towards the front vestibule, which then opens as he gets ready to throw the sack again once through the next door.
Wait. Before you gotta let people know that before you start throwing things. That always fell on me.
Know what? We got to get cargo loaded here.
It just
It's
came
not gonna
through.
load itself, laddie. And he throws it through the door. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 20.
You nimbly, once more, dodge out of the way as the very same sack comes back through the door that you just entered in through and lands right where you were at. And he is going to continue repeating this process over and over again, picking up this sack, taking it down the hallway, and throwing it. There we go. People are starting to pick up on what's going on.
Here, young man, it's your break time. I have a friend who will handle some of the unloading for you. Go ahead, Milton, and I will command Unseen Servant to pick up things and move things.
The unseen servant now picks up the sack and begins throwing it through the doorway and reaching back and repeating the process. As Samara is like, thank you. So, Captain hired you to come help us with loading, eh?
Yes, I'm public relations, and it seems the relation we need to build right now is loading. Is that what you're most worried about? Your biggest concern here?
What? No, of course not. You think I'm concerned with getting the ship? The ship's got to get loaded. I mean, that's got to be the case. But we got to get back out to sea. That's what matters most to me. I've got to get back out to sea. I've got to see her again.
I'm going to cast Silent Image, and when I do, I'm going to make this 15-foot square around us look like a beach. And in the distance, you can see a ship on the horizon. And we're like, tell me about her. She seems to have left an impression.
Well, I mean, she always does that. I mean, what other impression can you expect from the sea? Huge, vast, endless. Solitude, adventure. Why, I feel like I can practically see it again. Wait, I can practically see it again. What the?
And I'm going to use Minor Illusion to do ocean sounds.
Oh, I must be losing it. I'm starting to feel like I can... No. The details aren't right.
Breeze, eh?
The details aren't right. That's not what she sounds like. That's not what she tastes like. Go and make a deception check for me.
13.
I have a reaction. Can I use guidance on that? For my thing? I have a thing. Hold on. I think it's you've got a friend.
Your feature lets you use guidance as a reaction? Damn.
Yes, it's called You've Got a Friend.
It's called You've Got a Friend.
I think it's a race thing too.
Well, just isn't that the coolest little thing?
Yeah. Okay. So that's 11 plus 2, so that's going to be a 13. Or is that... Yeah. It's 11 plus 2, so that's a 13. Did I forget to freaking write down what the DC on this is? Hold on. I'm an idiot. I forgot to write down what the actual DC is on this. I need... That's too far. Sorry, folks. This is why you got to make sure you double check your DCs and stuff in your preparation notes.
I'll just lay a hand on the guy, or try to lay a hand on the guy's shoulder, and just go, "It's okay. You seem emotionally embalmed. We'll help you unpack that. It's okay."
Mostly embalmed. I like that. Oh, okay. As you surround him with this illusion, and as that guidance begins to take hold, he starts nodding. He's like, "Yes, no, you're right. You're right. Oh, I never thought I'd see her again. I got too much into the business of it, too much in the business of shipping, and too much in the business of fishing, and I locked myself in the land. I wanted to see her one last time. Get that off my map. But as he starts to say that, though, Grand Duke, something strange starts happening. You start losing the ability to see through your own illusion. Your illusion, that's not an illusion. You, as he begins to go into this lies, as he begins to buy this deception that you've planted in front of him, this illusion you set in front of him, there is now indeed sand at your feet. There is indeed the sound of water, the sunset in the distance, the call of seagulls in the air, and there is now a dock with a
Why did
boat.
they make seagulls?
There's a dock with a boat and a crate of supplies in it. As you see him walk onto this dock into a space that you know is the back of this train. Somehow, some way, this illusion is extending past, and he's actually interact. You're not sure exactly what's going on, but you have a distinct feeling something else has taken over your magic. Something else has taken this illusion as he walks down this dock and he gets into the boat and he begins to row out to sea. And then all at once it begins to fade. And he is no longer there. You are all still in this mailroom, but the mariner has vanished.
Well, it appears I'm getting better at this. Tell me, Corvin, did you ever want to get on a boat? Maybe I can do that twice.
As this
No,
energy
thanks.
resolves, as this moment resolves, before we go into the fun RP part, as this energy resolves, you all heal 6 points. If you are already at max, you gain 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
As you feel the energy of this resolution wash over you. And you're left alone in this train car with all these various mails, packages, letters, all these things around you.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Yeah,
Hollerroot, you were going to say something?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Hollerroot, seeing that the Grand Duke, in his very capable ways, is showing the mariner this, and you see the mariner moving on, and he's impressed by his abilities to wield nature in such a way he can show it, because he doesn't quite understand that arcane magic of this. So, in Hollerroot's zero intelligence mind, he's wielding the forces of nature to bring the beach to here in some way. Feeling that that might do the trick, he wants to poke through the mail. Like, what's in here?
Go ahead and give me either an investigation check or a perception check.
I will do perception.
Okay.
20.
Marvelous. As you look through here, there are various letters from all sorts of places that you do not recognize the name. I mean, there are some that appear to be from Druskenwald. There are some that appear to be from someplace called Thylea. There are letters here from something in some sort of elvish script. Are letters from someplace that the entire shelf is labeled Etheris, and various other different locations, things that you don't recognize. There's even over here on this shelf, directly behind Grand Duke, an entire shelving of what looks like strange silver discs inside weird flexible glass cases. And there's a sort of like a glass, very poorly made glass mirror that's all black and stuff, with like a slot fitted off to the side for it. and something labeled Starfinder. Um, but there are letters from all sorts of different places. These all appear to be letters, given the context, directed to the dead. Um, most of the letters in here are yellow. Most of them are old. Some of them, the script on them seems to have faded. Because you rolled a 20, there is something that tugs you specifically, towards a bundle of letters on one of these shelves, one of the shelves from Druskenwald.
Kind of creak on over.
On the top of it, there is a looks like a slip of paper that has been slid into this package, this set of packages of letters, almost like I guess, a label for the set. Um, and it is the name Hiram.
Hero.
To Hiram. To Hiram Velcroft.
So it's like a letter, or is it just a piece of paper denoting this stack is for Hiram?
It's a piece of letter that is denoting that this entire stack of letters that is underneath it is directed towards a Hiram Velcroft.
Okay. Does anyone know a Hiram Velcroft? He seems to have a lot of mail.
No, but maybe he's on the train. I have to say, if helping these paints is all pictures, we're in for a good day, friends.
Halaroot, you feel something inside of you say, I'm here.
Thinking it's his bird, thinking it's solace, he will take the letters, stuff them into his suit coat. I will then bring them, and he too might find you solace.
All right. You take the letters directed toward Hiram Velcroft and you place them in your bag. They are now in your inventory. Um, the rest of you, as Grand Duke is helping the mariner move on, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm snooping, but she would say she's looking for fan mail, but she's snooping.
Okay. Corvin's kind of
You
anxious. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go for it.
Corvin's just kind of anxious. He's just looking around anxiously, looking at all the different mail pieces. He's going to look through some of them.
Okay. Can I have you two specifically, give me an investigation check?
Blast.
Can I guidance myself?
Absolutely.
9.
You go through and you don't really find any like juicy gossip or anything like that. Nothing necessarily sticks out. There's a lot of letters that are also all over the place from here. You find over in this one section over here with all these scrolls, Tatterbell, letters directed to a Eritrea or something. I don't know. It looks weird. Um, Corvin, you find some letters directed to a Brontes. Um, but otherwise, there's just a variety of mail in here. You guys don't find anything that necessarily sticks out or calls to you in that same way.
Ugh, this isn't tragic or romantic. It's just all poorly written.
Different figures here, all across. right then. I guess we should find more of these haunts and see if we can send them off in a nice dream.
Just for the fun of it, Grand Duke, can you give me either a perception or an investigation check? Okay, noted. So, you guys wish to move on? All right. Somebody roll me a d6. If you roll a 5, roll it again. I'm sorry, not a 5. If you roll a 4, roll it again. We're going to go with Corbin, because he was the first one on there.
The Grand Duke gets the next one.
Yeah, Grand Duke, you get the next one. You're trying so hard.
You know what's a shame is both times I was second place and I rolled a 6.
Yep. It's like, damn, you really want to go to that one spot. All right. Where did I put 5? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. You guys all come over here. Oh. That worked to kind of fit you guys in there properly. All right. That is number 5. As you open the door, you see a variety of boxes, suitcases, chests, all sorts of things stacked up haphazardly all over the place. It appears you guys have made your way to the baggage car. A musty scent lingers in the air, a strange contrast to the fading elegance of some of the paint and things that are in here, some of the structure of this place. There are polished wooden panels and brass fixtures, worn and tarnished by time, line the walls. There are bags and boxes and such. As I mentioned, they clutter the space, except for in the far corner where you see a set of fine traveling chests in the far corner way over here. Please don't move yet. Please don't move yet. As you all come in here, I need everyone to give me a perception check. Natural 20. And 16. All right. Hollowroot, Grand Duke, and Tatterbell. You hear the sounds of something snoring. It sounds like not like just a person snoring. You hear the sounds of what sounds like something very large snoring in this space.
From where in the cart is said sound originating?
With that natural 20, right around in here. In fact, with that natural 20, I will say you can see this little mother trucker. As sleeping mixed in amongst the baggage towards the center is this lovely fella. Look at this handsome face.
Oh, fun.
Look at this handsome face. You see the spectral form of what looks like a tiger burning in the midst of this car. He is presently asleep. But what stands out to you is not merely his presence, but there is what looks like an iron ring around his tail.
Like, kind of like a chain or like...
It doesn't appear to be a chain, but it might have once been a shackle of some kind, possibly. There is no... Sorry?
How tall is this cart?
This cart is 9 feet tall.
I fly to the space above me.
You just get right up there on the ceiling as quickly as you can, in response to seeing this thing. Corvin, Grand Duke looks as scared as you feel at all times.
Corbin is sort of frozen in place right about now. He's learned that if big predators can't see you move, they'll see you as an object.
They can only see motion.
Does this thing appear to be a haint or something else?
You don't know. Make a Arcana or Religion check.
Nope.
You don't know. Maybe it could be. Maybe you're supposed to help this thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe not.
Will fly over and then point out to everybody else the giant ring on its tail, just like this.
Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing?
Unseen servant will very slowly push Corvin forward a little bit.
Wait, what do you do? Wait. Oh no.
Corvin, you feel the call of heroism pressed upon you.
Hi. Can you understand me?
He's presently asleep. Do you try to wake it up?
He is going to. He looks at the owl, looks at the tiger, looks at the owl.
Make an
Pointing at
insight
the
check.
He tries to slowly inch toward. It's like he doesn't understand. Gover's going to go straight to the owl. It's like the ring.
With the owl helping you right next to you, you do see that amidst this spectral, flaming, burning tiger with claws that look like they could eviscerate you in a heartbeat, there is indeed a what looks like an iron ring around its tail.
Okay then. Corbin looks at the iron ring, and he sees you can try to remove it.
Okay, so you're gonna try and remove it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
14.
Okay, you have guidance, so go ahead and roll a d4. So you're at a 15. Do you want to take the 15? Do you want to take a curse and re-roll it? You can absolutely keep it as a 15 if you see fit.
I'll keep it as a I'll keep it as a 15.
Damn, I was really hoping you'd take the curse. Using your smaller size, you're between your smaller size and the sheer anxiety that this creature is giving you, you are able to keep yourself aware of its movements, trying to keep yourself as small and insignificant as possible as you very gently place your hands on this ring and very carefully slide this ring off of this tiger's tail. As you do, its eyes open. It looks directly at you. You see as it begins to rise up, coming to its full size, as before it leaps towards you and vanishes into the ring. As you instinctively hold it up, it almost seems to be pulled into and absorbs into that iron ring. And that iron ring now becomes very, very uncomfortably hot as it is now glowing.
He just drops the iron ring.
Oh no. No, I'm kidding. You drop the iron ring, it explodes, and the tiger is released. There's no way to contain it now. Roll initiative. No. You drop the iron ring, and the tiger does not appear. He does not appear anywhere else, and you have this iron ring. Strangely, you still hear a sound. Not snoring, groaning, moaning.
Owning.
As now with the wildfire out of the way, you look to the back and you can see this lovely fellow sitting back here on a crate.
Love the art of this book too, by the way. It is amazing.
Yeah, this is art from the book. I loved it. I couldn't make something better than this stuff. So I was just like, no, we're using this.
Looks good. Looks good.
It is. As you just see him sitting there moaning and groaning and bent over, and his just arms are around his waist as he's just kind of rocking back and forth in the back of this train car here.
I enjoyed the Steamboat Willie-esque kind of art style for all the hints in the book. I thought that was neat.
They're amazing. I love it.
He's conscious right now, right? This creature.
Yeah, I mean, he looks to be. You just see him kind of going back and forth and kind of moaning and groaning, and it almost sounds like he's complaining. Let me see. And you just hear him saying over and over again, "Oh, medium rare steak. Oh, medium rare steak. Any kind of steak, chopstick. Carne asada. Oh, that would have been so good. That would have been so good. And the side of eggs. Oh, it's scrambled or over easy. I would have taken either one, scrambled or over easy." Is you just hear him bemoaning his situation. What he seems to be hungry, honestly.
Hi there, buddy. Don't be alarmed.
Oh, why would I be alarmed? Where'd the cat go? Oh, of course, the cat probably went off to go eat something. Oh, this is frickin' miserable day. Ugh.
Do we
What do
get
you
anything
want?
to eat? Oh, I'm just passing through. It looks like you're hungry, friend.
Yeah, man, I messed up so badly. Uh,
What'd you mess up?
all right, you know what they do for like people who are in jail and they're gonna die. They give them a last meal,
Yeah?
right? Well, I wanted it to be a really good last meal, and so I stopped eating. I stopped eating for a while. I lost track of how long it was. I wanted that steak and eggs to be real good. And then I starved to death. I died before I was even killed. I died before I got to eat. And now I'm just so hungry. And he starts crying.
Uh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Um, uh,
Could just have something to eat.
I look at the unseen servant and I ask, it's like, are those muffins real? No.
The muffins are entirely aesthetic.
Maybe I can find you something?
Could you? Oh man, that'd be real great. Like, do you think you think they have like a dining car or something? Oh God, I'm so hungry. I can't think of food, otherwise it's gonna make it worse. Oh, dining
See if
cart
I.
with lots of steak and eggs. Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
so good.
And bacon.
Ooh, no, talk to me about bacon. Oh God, that's gonna make it worse.
Bacon.
Oh.
You're looking at the finest delivery Ashborn on this train. He'll bring you the bacon and the steak.
Really?
Just dig
Okay.
deep within your fortitude for a few moments longer.
Right. Right. I can do this. I can do this. Oh God, it hurts so badly. Please hurry. Hurry. I don't know how long I can hold out. And you see actually as there's no, it must be your mind playing. Thought for a second there you saw a bit of a black mist come out of his mouth, but no, it must have just been some mistake. Maybe some smoke left over from that burning ghost tiger. Maybe you hope.
Unless the druid has something he can do, we should hurry to the dining cart.
I
Look towards Hollowroot.
I have no need of food anymore. I cannot make it. I do feel your pain as I miss chewing.
Well, unless we're going to let him eat hunch, we should probably go. Who?
See if we,
See the unseen servant preparing knives. So you guys wish to try and move on and try and find the dining cart?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You all gather yourselves up. I'm apparently going to talk like this. I need someone. Oh, no, we already decided on this. Grand Duke, roll me a d6. Man, that's like the third time you rolled a 6.
It's a 1 in 216 chance.
As you guys move to, I swear, the dining car is going to be the last one you hit. As you guys move
Such a speak.
down here. As you guys move into the next door and you move into the next car, you are not greeted by what you were hoping would be the smell of food and the clatter of plates and dishes, but instead the scent of decayed hay, musty water, and old blood fills the air of what looks like a circus car. Rusting cages line the wall amidst wooden crates painted in garnished red and white stripes. The decor inside is a macabre spectacle of twisted whimsy, faded, tattered banners advertising various carnivals. Each one depicts unsettling clowns and terrifying animals. It creates an atmosphere of horrific revelry that leaves an uneasy chill in your bones. But as you look around, there are um, no animals to be seen, no animals in sight. What you see instead is this lovely lady, the Harlequin.
Chatterbell, it must be like looking in a mirror.
You see as this woman dressed as a clown continually runs and jumps and tries and catches on this trapeze that is hanging from the center of this circus car as she tries to do spins and tricks upon it, only to, as you all walk in, somehow get herself tangled. Arms and limbs and legs all twisting around. in a manner somewhat unbecoming. As she sees you all walk in, she says, "Oh, hi there. Mind giving a gal a hand a bit? I seem to have got myself stuck."
Sure. I'll see if I can help.
She's much too high in the air for you to reach. I'm just going to tell you that now.
Hollow Root will creak on over. He's 7 foot tall. He's got a big reach.
Easy
And-
enough. You head on over.
I would
Sorry, I
help as
interrupted
well,
you.
and I have that fly speed.
You guys go and you guys work together to help untangle her. Shockingly, despite being a ghost, she seems to have material presence. Like there is an actual form that is cold to the touch. But you are able to help her disentangle as you help her drop down to the ground, landing nimbly. Um, it's like, oh, thank you all very much. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted all the time. I can't bring myself to really focus in and do the trick the way it's supposed to be done. I just so distracted.
What has you distracted?
Well, if I had to be honest, I feel a little guilty. It's I hurt a lot of people. I kind of well I didn't hurt them, but I helped someone else hurt them a lot, and I don't know if I can really let that go.
What happened?
So I used to work in a circus, and it was well we like all circuses are we have various different animals. Some of them were caged and all that sort of stuff, and there was this one that was old Benny, and Benny he always looked so sweet and so pathetic in his cage, and I sort of might have opened the cage trying to rub his belly, and turns out Benny's really smart, and well, Benny's a tiger, and he killed me and went on and killed lots of people throughout the carnival, and I feel like he's still out there. I feel like he's still out there, and I feel like he's there's more people that are getting hurt, and it's all my fault, and I can't let that go.
Do not blame yourself for the nature of the beast.
So you're saying it's not my fault that a tiger is a tiger?
Exactly.
What a typical Act 2 plot twist. We just helped a tiger that had a ring on its tail. It didn't catch its name.
Really?
That we did.
You don't think it's Benny, do you? Is it Benny? No, it couldn't have been Benny.
Was he green and on fire?
I mean, he wasn't green and on fire, but he was a bit on fire. He was a wildfire. It's a wildfire. It's kind of a tiger, but it's a tiger that's made of fire, or at least has fire. It's a fiery thing going on. He was really sweet looking with it, though.
All right. Show 'em our friend the ring.
Go ahead and I run back to their cart and I grab the ring and I say goodbye to the guy who's starving and I come back and I was like,
You kept the ring with you. Like it
okay,
was something that you carried with you.
okay. All right, I show
Now
the ring.
you go back and then see him like he's dying. But you pull out this ring and you present it to her.
Yes.
Is this familiar?
A short man getting down on one knee with a ring? Yeah, it's very familiar. I was very popular back in the circuit. Wait a minute. She reaches out and she takes this ring from you and she kind of looks at it. She flips it over. She doesn't seem bothered by the heat. It's like, that's Benny. That's him. So he's trapped.
No.
He can't hurt anyone anymore.
It is in the ring, yes. And if he is on this train, he has died.
So he can't hurt anyone anymore.
He cannot.
She takes the ring and it's large enough that she's able to slip her hand through, and you see as that iron ring slips onto her hand, its color shifts and it matches the same green as her. As she looks at it, she sort of smiles. And then she steps away for a moment before she turns back to the trapeze. She looks at it. I feel so light. I keep changing my accent on her. I feel so light now. I think I can do it. And as she runs and she leaps into the air and she grabs onto the trapeze and she begins to twist and turn as it begins to rock back and forth in the air. And despite how close you all are, she never once strikes any of you. She in fact moves nimbly around you as she begins to do trick after trick after trick upon this trapeze. And as it makes one last swing, she swings by and and you just hear her say, "Thanks for everything, guys." And from somewhere, as she leaps in off of the trapeze, there's almost like a beam of light seems to radiate down, like a spotlight, as she flips and rolls through the air and never lands. As the light goes down, the trapeze swings back and forth slowly, and you are alone in this circus car. And that is where we're going to call things for tonight. Want to thank you all for joining us as we start going through this first chapter of The Crooked Moon, the Ghostlight Express. Hope you liked what you saw, and if you did, hit that like and subscribe button, and join us next week as we continue on the Ghostlight Express. With that said, I want to thank my players. I want to thank all of you for watching, and I hope you will join us next week as we continue this story. Have a good night.